WUSA News at 5, and thank you for joining us on WUSA 9. It's streaming on WUSA 9 Plus. I'm Leslie Foster. Tonight we start with more on the federal involvement in our local communities. President Trump has been talking about a federal takeover of DC police. He says he's considering bringing in the National Guard to crack down on crime. Tonight, new U.S. Attorney for DC, Jeanine Pirro, is doubling down on those comments. Kelly Vaughn is following this for us. And Kelly, tonight, the U.S. Attorney Pirro is saying more needs to be done to reduce teen crime.
Yes, Leslie, but if you actually take a look at DC Police's crime data, it shows that violent crime in the district is down 26%. So far this year, there have been 99 murders in DC. But President Trump has said he plans to do whatever it takes to reduce crime, and DC's U.S. Attorney confirming that changes could be coming.
I know that there is an effort to increase law enforcement based upon what we've seen.
The U.S. Attorney for D.C., Jeanine Pirro, says the decision to have a federal takeover of the district is up to President Trump.
And I think that what the president was saying is that we're seeing far too much crime being committed by young people, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, that I can't get my hands on.
She says young people in the city have been coddled too much.
They need to be held accountable. They shouldn't be going to arts and crafts in family court. They need to understand that enough is enough and that the D.C. Council has to repeal some of these absurd ordinances and laws that they've had passed.
On Wednesday, President Trump says he's considering a federal takeover of D.C. police.
We're considering it, yeah, because the crime is ridiculous.
The president has pointed to the recent assault of a former DOJ employee as an indicator of D.C.'s crime problems, posting on Truth Social that the law in D.C. should change to allow minors to be prosecuted as adults. He says he plans to do what it takes to reduce crime.
And that includes bringing in the National Guard, maybe very quickly, too.
Now, we did ask D.C. Police about the president and the U.S. Attorney's comments on that increase in law enforcement presence here in D.C., and they tell us at this time they haven't been briefed on any sort of federal plan. We also reached out to D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser, and she says at this time she doesn't have a statement. Reporting live in Southeast D.C., Kelly Vaughn, WUSA 9.
Yeah, this is a story that is so significant. We're going to continue talking about it through the evening. Kelly, thank you. And Pirro's comments about a federal takeover of D.C. law enforcement came during an